Good thing my gun shoots lightning.
This is a show called The Tester. It's a competitive reality show that was made by PlayStation and produced by 51 Minds Entertainment, the same turds who made the Below Deck show. And The Tester's show quality is similar to that awesome program. Awesome is in quotes there, because that show sucks. It's a game show where a group of compete in challenges to win the grand prize, and I'm going to talk about the grand prize a little bit later. I wanted to talk about the show because I just recently found it, and I've just kind of been infatuated with its existence. This is The Tester Season 3, by the way. I haven't watched Season 1 or Season 2, and I am actually now, after finishing the 3rd season, I'm very interested in going back and checking out the first 2. I want you to be as sold on this show as I am, okay? This gem of a trash can is free online on PlayStation's YouTube channel, so you can check it out for yourself. But there's no other way to discuss this rather than just diving in head first, so let's go.
I'm riding in a van and the energy is just exploding out of me. It just blows my mind. Gosh, out of thousands of applicants, your boy J Tight made it.
Okay, so we have a big group of diverse here who are all definitely real and not actors at all. Oh yeah, Egoraptor's here. He was brought in by the fan vote and he's really a marvel to behold. It's just entertaining to watch Egoraptor act sarcastically throughout the whole show.
Egoraptor's not real. You know, they're looking at my PlayStation trophies, and I have 2 or something.
Just keep an eye on him because there's gonna be more about him later.
I definitely feel like people underestimate me, whether it's because I'm a girl or they think I'm attractive or I have tattoos or I don't look like a hermit, but I know my shit. The other competitors should watch out because I don't really give a about anybody else here. And when I want something, I usually get it.
Wow, we're not even a minute into the show. We've already got some pretty bold #humble brags going on. Hey, don't judge me just because I'm sexy and better than you, you know?
But the energy is overwhelming me.
I just want to pop in here for a second and just show how excited all these people are. The energy that these definitely real Jeremy have is probably the most entertaining part of the show, in contrast to what the prize is.
Hi, guys. Welcome.
I was walking in there and I saw Meredith looking hot as always. She stepped it up though. She was wearing some leather pleather or something. My heart exploded and it was done. The ambiance is crazy. Not just the ambiance per se, but dude, the shorties that came to this show. You got your little fiery redhead, little pale gothic chick always sets it up. Of course Asians are at the top of my boat.
That's so gross.
Y'all jelly and you want this too.
1 minute and 56 seconds. 1 minute and 56 seconds. We already have a fat slob mermaid immediately objectify all of the women in the room. It's literally the first words out of his mouth. Did I mention that this show is fake? This weird and gross objectification of the women continues throughout the show. And man, it's intensely uncomfortable and engrossingly hilarious at the same time.
These guys talking about how creepy I feel like I'm like with my people. And I'm a little aroused by some of you, but I'm not gonna tell you which one, so. What?
Say the line again, just more sexually.
Okay. Okay. Deep breaths. Let's see if I can adequately describe this. Okay. Let's talk about the prize.
The winner of Tester 3 will get the opportunity of a lifetime to work at the home of the critically acclaimed God of War franchise, Santa Monica Studio. The winner of Tester 3 will be arriving to Santa Monica Studio in style in that 2012 Ford Focus Titanium parked out front. Yeah. Pretty sweet, huh?
A titanium, dude, it was pimping. It's unisex, too, so it didn't matter who won it. You will not feel uncomfortable in this car.
Okay, the car is so lame. The only clip they have to get someone hyped for it is the sweaty pervert saying,
"It's like a unisex car, man. That's like convenient, you know, so you don't have to change it depending on if it's a lady or a man who gets it. You know, that's pretty cool.
Get the frick out of here. This crap. This trash. At least give them a car that like looks impressive and not just like a small sedan with 14 miles per gallon. The car is like the least of the problems here. That's freaking cakewalk. That's not a saying. You get a crap car and then you get to work with a major studio for a job with low pay, long hours, and a major studio that goes through some painful crunch that most AAA games go through. Your reward after a television series is to relocate your whole life to a different city to get a job as a production assistant. They say associate in the show, but it's actually an assistant job because the winner of the show worked as a production assistant at Santa Monica for about 11 months, and then he left. I mean, he did come back like 2 years later as a QA analyst for God of War, which is neat, but then he's gone again, so... yeah, you get to humiliate yourself on some stupid television show for 10-year-olds just to get your foot in the door on a major studio. While sure, the chance to get a job in a major studio is cool and all, I don't consider that to be a prize worth all of this excitement. You're literally screaming and rolling and freaking out on the ground like babies for your chance to get to go to the workforce. Congratulations!
Now get to work.
But for now, make yourselves at home in the PlayStation Loft, which as you can see is no less than a gourmet paradise.
We got ourselves a true gourmet paradise. Man, you have a standing kiosk for a PlayStation 3, which looks like crap. Like, there isn't even a chair for you to sit in. You have to stand up and play it. That sounds like fun. I might as well go to a Walmart and do it. You get a bunch of Ratchet and Clank toys that they couldn't sell, so you get stuck with the low-rent Funko figures in here for you to enjoy forever. Please enjoy.
But your personal items will be burned so that you can have no connection to the outside world.
I kind of wish I was actually joking about that one.
Yeah, they wouldn't let me like have a book in my room. I was literally like just in a room for like an entire day, a hotel room.
They wouldn't let you have a book?
Yeah, they didn't want me to have anything. It was fucking weird.
Because they want you to be stressed out, I guess? I don't know.
They just don't want me to have any like contact with the outside world. They want me to be pure.
It's a book.
I know.
So yeah. Keeping in mind that reality TV show producers are kind of pieces of crap. We'll be coming back to that one later as well.
Oh my god, I'm like a kid in a candy store. It's just like gourmet delight.
Man, look how fun this place is. There's a bunch of PlayStation branded merchandise that's being enjoyed by definitely real gourmet. I'm getting like secondhand embarrassment for the actors. I mean gourmet in the show. Look at these people, they're running around like it's a play area inside of a Chick-fil-A. But hey, I would too if I had a PlayStation Vita portable gaming console trademark. Remember that this show came out in 2012, around the same time as the PS Vita's release? The release of the Vita and the making of this show have absolutely nothing to do with each other. It's just a pure coincidence. This show wasn't slapped together as a promotion for the new console. No, it's just pure coincidence. But that's definitely what happened. Does anybody really seriously get excited for PlayStation Network branded clothing? How many people run around full cocked and sure of themselves and then boom, point to their back, Xbox Live represent, yeah!
I was this Kaiden, and she was making an ass out of herself.
Shut up, bitch!
And I was just like, oh my god.
He's mine.
I'm sorry.
Did I mention that this show is fake? These people are already backstabbing and talking trash about each other. They haven't even finished introducing all of the actors. I mean, Zermi. Man, why do I keep messing that up? They're Zermi that haven't even been introduced yet. The producers are so afraid of you losing interest that they've already started setting up drama between the characters before you've even met them. So the first challenge is coming up, and every week they eliminate 2 contestants. Maybe. Sometimes. They don't always stick to that rule. In fact, half the time it doesn't really seem like anybody really knows how the show works.
I'm not sure if that's valid, so I'm just like, I'm gonna try again.
You can't
One team member can hit each target. Sue's Kaiden back off. Well, the rest of you.
We aren't done.
It's always vague and they never properly follow the rules, as we will soon see.
In each episode, you will compete in challenges designed to test the core skills required of not only a tester, but of a future game producer.
That seems reasonable so far. The challenges will test their skills that would be helpful in game production. Sounds okay. Sounds pretty reasonable. What's the first challenge? Did you say do a job interview with Madagascar hissing cockroaches on your head inside a box while they ask you invasive personal questions? Question. What does that have to do with game production? Also, the job interview part is pointless, because if you win the contest, you get the job automatically. You don't even have to do the interview part anyway. Who's making this show?
Next panelist is Adrienne Curry. She's an international model, fierce gamer, and not afraid to speak her mind. So don't expect any coddling from this hot mama.
She's beautiful. She was Blu-ray. The rest of the world was SD.
Why? Why? What's up with this show and its creepy objectification of women? I need to take a shower now.
I had a lot of fun last year playing with the gamers.
Also, they needed to do a second take of that line.
I had a lot of fun last year playing with the gamers.
Wait, that was the best take you got from him? Wait, is that my best, Mr. Plinkett? Oh, good lord. And apparently there actually was some weird stuff going on behind closed doors.
Oh man, I forgot about this.
Yeah, what?
There was they did like pre-casting, and it was over Skype.
Right.
And I was like communicating with a lot of the other people that were like on top of the voting.
Oh.
And a lot of the people got interviewed, and like I guess there was like this girl that was like sort of like, she was like, yeah, like the guy was really like harassy, like not cool.
Oh,
and I was
weird.
like, oh man, that sucks. And then I talked to another girl that was also, and she was like, yeah, I got the same thing. And I was like, whoa, geez. So like I like called up my contact and was like, hey, like this guy like totally fucking harassed these girls. Like, I don't know if you want to do anything about this.
This show is hilariously dated and is very entertaining in all the wrong ways, but all this creepy stuff going on behind and in front of the cameras kind of makes me feel bad for watching it. But, God, did you even hear that whip sound effect?
If you was her boyfriend, she wear the pants, you wear the skirt.
And last
Did you pay a lot for that? What sound library did you buy that from? That must have been pretty expensive. The budget on the show is crazy. They can afford a whip sound effect.
Last but not least, please welcome our very special guest panelist, Mr. John Haidt. He's a 20-year veteran of the industry and the director of product development.
I've never not gotten a job like after I've interviewed, so I'm like, I could do this. This walk a cake.
That's not a saying. Yeah, she's so good. She's never failed a single interview ever.
And it will remain there for the duration of the interview or as long as you can stand it.
This the tester? Like, what does this got to do with games, man? Like, did I get it wrong?
That's what I'm saying. What does this have to do with game production or game testing or game anything?
All right, let's get things started. Any volunteers? Who wants to go first? Ashton, your hand was up first. Nice.
Spoilers, this lady goes home in this episode. I know I probably should build momentum in the video, but if you genuinely want to know who wins and loses, then your priorities are out of whack. But she loses because she made the terrible mistake of deciding to go first.
You raised your hand, said you're the first one to go. I was like, cool, we're in for something special here. This girl's ready to go for it. But after we went through everyone's interviews for the elimination, I said, I don't really remember much.
Literally. She gives a perfectly fine interview, but since the stagehands need so much time in between contestants, sorting out the bugs and making sure everything is ready for the next person, it takes up too much of the shooting schedule that I can guarantee that this process took hours, and the judges simply don't remember what she said after a full day of shooting. I just want to say this again, to let it sink in. This girl got sent home because the judges didn't remember what she said because that was too long ago. Classy program, guys. They go through every person, so I'm just gonna kind of skip through this and start cherry picking the best stuff from each of them.
What do you think your strengths are?
Level design. I have a thing for finding places where you could place good cover.
I could find places for good cover. Get the frick out of here. Put cover. Where do you put cover? You put it out in the open. That's where you put cover.
Do you live with your ma?
Yes, I do live with my mom.
Good lord. What an inappropriate question. What, to residence shame the poor pervert?
Will they eat me? Will they bite? How sharp are their teeth? How long are the teeth? I can't see them, but they must be hungry. Will they go in my brain? Will they lay eggs in my brain? Will they create a whole new planet in my head? The bugs are now my friends. They are now obeying me. I am using psychic telekinesis power to calm the bugs down.
Oh my god, I need these bugs to just murder this man, because he's giving me anxiety.
Did you ever have an accident as either a fireblower or a contortionist?
What? What is the most embarrassing thing you've ever done?
What is up with these incredibly invasive and unprofessional questions? You would think that this would be a chance to let the audience get to know the people better, but they would rather just keep asking dumb and silly questions and continue portraying all of them as cartoon characters and shallow stereotypes. Isn't the whole point of shows like this to get behind a certain personality and follow them in their journey to the end? Instead, you can't get invested in any of them because all of them make you just want to choke to death on a PlayStation Move controller. The little squishy ball feels nice at first, but then the controller comes down. Skip this. Cut that. Cut. You can clearly tell just how much this scene was made in editing. She answered her question, then they edited it to make it look like she spent her whole interview talking about farts.
I go into a lot of detail about my most embarrassing moment.
Everyone knows that silent farts stink, but
I realize maybe going so much into vivid detail is not the best idea.
They even grill on her later on for inappropriate answers to an already inappropriate question. I don't understand what kind of response they were looking for.
It was an interesting interview, to say the least. Thought that you didn't really have much of a filter, although...
But hey, funny to me, laugh at farts, ha 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 ha. Why am I watching this?
How did you get chosen for the tester? I make videos on YouTube.com. Man, people eat it up.
What do you think is going to make you stand out within this competition?
I think I stand out because I'm funny. I got an audience. I think I'll pull in the watchers. I'll pull in the viewers. Get a lot of new fans from here.
Are you here for the attention, or are you here to actually win the competition?
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. After the prize package was announced, oh my goodness.
I just love how they edited it because they were like, tell us about your YouTube channel. Like, you have a lot of subscribers, don't you? Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, I have a lot of subscribers. And then like in the show, they edit it for it's like. They're like, so here you are talking to us, and I'm like, I have 1 million subscribers!
So how many trophies do you have? Oh my gosh. I believe I have 14 trophies.
Do you even own a PS3?
Yes, I do.
When Aaron was on the tester, didn't they give you a hard time because you didn't have any points on your fucking PS4
they did that awkward
or some shit PS3 account?
They did that awkward thing of like,
and you're just like,
doesn't have any trophies.
Okay. Do you remember that, Aaron?
Yeah. Well, what's funny is that wasn't even my account.
Oh, it wasn't?
No.
Whose account was
it?
it?
A Sony given account?
Someone just had the name Ego Raptor?
Yeah, because my account was like Rob Pierogi or something.
Yeah. Record transition line about jumping to the elimination finale. Say, oh, I wasn't supposed to read.
2 of you will be asked to turn in your badge, ending your quest for the golden opportunity to work at the world-famous Santa Monica studio as a production associate on an unannounced AAA PlayStation title.
And there were a few of you that we believed kind of dropped the ball.
Ego Raptor, when we asked you why you were here, you pretty much admitted that it was all about appealing to your online fans.
I'm funny.
I have 1 million subscribers! You seem more excited about the prize than working at the studio.
What is this man talking about? The prize is working at the studio. Seeing that he's a guest judge, I'm assuming that he doesn't really understand exactly what the prize is itself, but he even says it, so I don't really know what his problem is.
You don't seem like you actually want the job. You're just here for the prize, which is the job. So, get out.
I know a thing or two about shameless self-promotion. It's what I do best in life, but there's always a time and place for everything, and I don't know if this is the venue for you to use.
Also, make sure you buy the Sony PlayStation 3 and Sony PlayStation Vita portable gaming console. Also, buy Twisted Metal Black and Ratchet & Clank and Uncharted Golden Abyss one from any global distributor. So how dare you say things that we would later manipulate in editing? How dare you, Ego Raptor?
Hey, anybody want to play some Uncharted?
But, of course, they can't kick him off just yet, because he's the only reason most people are even watching the show, so they have to keep him around a little bit longer.
Our intentions was to get rid of 2 members tonight. You've kind of spoke up and given us your 2 cents. We appreciate that. Obviously, you were voted in by our online viewers. I'll let you stay.
On the first episode, they are already breaking their own rules. Most TV shows do this to subvert expectations and keep viewers and contestants on their toes, but you have to establish those rules before you first break them. You don't break the rules on your first episode, because then it's pointless to even have them and just makes your show look amateurish. You're trying to eat your cake before you even baked it.
Congratulations, gamers. You are now all 1 step closer to Santa Monica Studio.
Oh crap, that's right. There's a whole season after this. Wow, I've spent so much time looking at just the first episode that I forgot there's 7 more behind it. Well, I'm not gonna go through the whole thing because I would love for other people to go through the show as well and pick out the few beautiful gold nuggets of cringe. Here's a few throughout the series that I found.
Hey, anybody want to play some Uncharted?
Whoa!
It was just really awesome to meet him. He's a cool person.
We're heading this way.
Do Nathan Drake voice.
This is the Nathan Drake voice.
That's your normal voice already?
It's my natural voice. Hold on, let's see. What would you like?
Sully, we gotta move, Sully, let's go!
Aaron gets voted off the show despite him being the best member of his team because Aaron wasn't willing to play ball and let the producers of the show make him look like a perverted cartoon character like they did with everybody else.
But they could clearly tell that, like, they wanted me off the show.
Huh.
I mean, episode 1, they were framing it in such a way where I was like the villain.
Really?
Yeah, because I was the way I got on the show was through like a popular internet vote. And then I was like, kind of like, I was like making faces in the camera and stuff and like being real goofy and trying to like ruin shots. And I wasn't like participating in their little games.
Well, that does sound like something they would not appreciate.
Yes.
This guy trying to make an excuse for why Aaron has to get kicked off the show by complaining about how he didn't handle the melons properly.
Why didn't you stay and help your teammates shoot the melons? And that's kind of what I wrote down as one of my main notes for why I think your team lost.
But what about the melons? You could just properly shoot and aim the melons. What about the melons, buddy?
And the show's winner drives that car that he won from the contest off of a cliff, and then he's paralyzed from the legs down and has a long and lengthy court case against PlayStation and 51 Minds Entertainment. What? Okay, that last one was fake. This show is a complete train wreck and is hopelessly manipulated in editing to make all of the characters intensely unlikable, with a creepy undercurrent of sexist comments that objectify the women and stereotype all of the contestants. It's riddled with ads and has no excuse to exist except to promote a line of Sony products and merchandise. It's cringy, misrepresentative, and soulless, and that's what makes it so fascinating. I've never seen a show that's just this blatant with its shallowness, that it's remarkable. It's almost infectious with how much trash it just keeps throwing at you that I can't stop thinking about it. I find real value in that. Please check the show out for yourself if you also have this obsession with trash media like I do. It's all free online on PlayStation's YouTube channel, so let me know what you think. Season 3 of The Tester is a flying, fiery, colossal mistake. But you know what isn't? Subscribing to my channel would be not a colossal mistake. It'd be the best thing you could ever do for me. For you personally, I don't see why subscribing to some random YouTube channel would make things better, but for me, it would make things a lot better, actually. But hey, if you enjoyed it, thanks for watching.
Dark